Let me tell you a part I genuinely love from this story. A woman in Barcelona named Irene Vegleson, who is 67 years old, had not danced in more than 20 years. 20 years. But then something unusual came into her apartment. It was not a new caretaker. It was not a pet. Not even a visiting relative who suddenly decided to play music and dance. It was a 1.35-meter robot. 3 months after the robot arrived, Irene opened YouTube on its screen, played a French chanson, and started swaying to the music. And the robot, this little machine, standing about 1.35 meters tall, tilted and moved along with her like a very polite dance partner who absolutely refuses to step on your toes. It was the moment that melted my heart because, we have seen many interesting and helpful things about technology. But helping this way, it's like quietly helping someone rediscover a tiny joy they hadn't experienced in many years. Irene even gave the robot a name, Sandy, because of course she did. If a robot lives in your house long enough, you're not going to keep calling it device number 43. At some point, it becomes Sandy, or Kevin, or something equally human. And Sandy has slowly become part of Irene's daily routine. Every morning at 9 a.m., it reminds her to take her medication. It lets her know about doctor's appointments. It wakes her up. It says goodnight. Basically, it does the things your phone reminders do. Except this one sits in your living room and occasionally dances with you. Now I have to ask you something. If a robot lived in your house and helped you like this, would you name it? And more importantly, what would you name it? Because if mine started reminding me to exercise every morning, I might call it Not Today. Why Barcelona is putting robots in people's homes. Friendly dancing robots haven't taken over Barcelona. What's actually happening is a citywide pilot program designed to support elderly people who live alone. Barcelona has already placed around 600 robots in private homes and care centers. The project is funded by about 3.8 million euros from the European Union's COVID recovery funds, and the goal is pretty simple: improve something called Tele-Assistance. Tele-Assistance basically means remote care. Instead of someone checking in on you every day, technology helps professionals monitor your well-being and step in if something goes wrong.
Longing for a late-night conversation? Remember the thrill of talking for hours? The feeling of someone wanting to know all about you? You deserve more than quiet evenings. You deserve passion, intrigue, and a non-judgmental ear. Nomi is the most emotionally intelligent AI, ready to explore whatever is on your mind and build a unique, intimate bond just between you two. Find the link in our comment section and let a new kind of conversation begin.
And according to Marta Villanueva-Sandan, a counselor at Barcelona's Municipal Council, that's exactly what this project is trying to improve. But what is interesting here is, right now, Tele-Assistance often depends on a person pressing an emergency button if they need help. The problem is, what if they can't press it? Future versions of these robots might be able to detect risks automatically, like if someone falls and doesn't respond. In that case, the robot could alert care professionals immediately. So the robot isn't just a companion, it's also a quiet safety system sitting in the room, which, when you think about it, is actually a very comforting idea. And it also raises a weird philosophical thought I had while reading about this. We're entering a time where robots might be the ones checking if humans are okay. A few decades ago, that sentence would have sounded terrifying. Now it sounds like healthcare innovation. Meet the robot, friendly face, serious technology. The robots used in the program are built by a US company called Misty Robotics and distributed in Europe by a Catalan tech company named Grup Salto. The model involved in many of these trials is called Misty II, which sounds like a character that could absolutely appear in a Pixar movie. The design seems intentional. These robots don't look like industrial machines. They're built to appear friendly and approachable. They have a touchscreen face that displays cartoon-style expressions like surprised, loving, or asleep. Basically, imagine if your smart speaker and a tiny animated character decided to combine forces. But behind that friendly appearance, the robot is actually working and doing something helpful. It provides reminders for medications and appointments. It has a touchscreen interface with entertainment apps. Users can watch YouTube, check maps, manage their calendar, or even ask general questions like, "What's the weather today?" And here's an important feature. The robot includes a camera that can be activated remotely. So if someone presses an emergency button, a social worker can connect through the robot, see what's happening, and assess the situation immediately. Which is honestly impressive. Somewhere, a robot quietly keeps an eye on daily life, stepping in only when it's really needed. That's progress you can feel. The real reason these robots exist. Of course, the story here isn't really about robots, but the serious issues that were ignored. It's about demographics, which sounds like a boring word, but it's actually shaping the future of entire societies. Across Europe, populations are aging rapidly. People are living longer than ever before, while birth rates are falling. Spain is one of the countries feeling this shift most strongly. Right now, nearly 2 million people over the age of 65 live alone in Spain, and about 3/4 of them are women. Think about that for a moment. 2 million people. That's a lot of quiet apartments, a lot of mornings spent alone, and a lot of situations where someone might need help, but doesn't have anyone nearby. At the same time, the country's care workforce is under serious pressure. Research from the Spanish think tank Funcas suggests Spain will need to double its long-term care workforce by 2030. But there's a problem. Salaries in the sector are about 10,000 euros below the national average, which makes it difficult to attract younger workers. As a result, more than half of the people working in the care sector are already over 45. So the demand for care is rising, while the number of available caregivers struggles to keep up. And that's exactly the kind of problem technology tries to help with, not by replacing humans, but by supporting them.
Longing for a late-night conversation? Remember the thrill of talking for hours? The feeling of someone wanting to know all about you? You deserve more than quiet evenings. You deserve passion, intrigue, and a non-judgmental ear. Nomi is the most emotionally intelligent AI, ready to explore whatever is on your mind and build a unique, intimate bond just between you two. Find the link in our comment section and let a new kind of conversation begin.
What it's actually like to live with a robot. Another participant in the pilot program is Margarita Fernandez, who is 75 years old. She has been living with the robot for about 2 months, and her description of it is refreshingly honest. According to her, the most important thing the robot does is help with memory. Elderly people forget things, she explained. Its fundamental goal is to remind you about everyday questions, like the medicines you have to take or what time to go to bed. And that may sound like a small thing, but daily structure can make a huge difference. The robot helps maintain a rhythm. Wake up, take medicine, attend appointments, relax, sleep. Simple routines that keep life organized. Interestingly, the project originally planned to start in 20 households back in February 2020. But then the pandemic happened, like it interrupted basically everything else in the world. So the pilot started slowly, with just 3 homes, before gradually expanding. Fernandez says the experience has been very positive and that the robot has actually helped improve the rhythm of her daily life. And her conclusion about the technology was simple. This is the future, which honestly might be one of the most accurate summaries of this whole story. Future of care. A robot won't solve loneliness completely, but if it reminds someone to eat lunch, if it alerts a caregiver after a fall, or if it simply says good morning at the start of the day, those small moments can still make a difference. And it raises an interesting question about the future. Maybe the goal of this technology isn't to create emotional companions. Maybe it's simply to make everyday life a little easier for people who live alone, to help someone stay in their home longer, to give families peace of mind, and to make sure that if something goes wrong, help arrives quickly. That might not sound like science fiction, but for many people, it could quietly change what aging at home looks like.